Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Powell Press. I am State Senator Bobby Powell Jr. giving you a legislative update from the last couple of weeks. This is an opportunity to let you all know what's going on not only in the legislative process, but what's also going on here in the community. Let's get started with a couple of weeks ago. It was October 26th, and I had the opportunity to present to Palm Beach County the Feed Your Mind presentation. This is a program that's professional development for Palm Beach County, presented by Dr. Keith Clinkscales, giving me the opportunity to speak on the topic of Beyond the Call of Duty, Excellence with Caring. My presentation highlighted my career in the legislature and the tools of success that motivate me and those around me. Special thanks to Dr. Keith Clinkscale, Marcella Millett, and the Office of Financial Management and Budget Department for this invitation to present. Now, I was also honored to provide a legislative update that week to the Palm Beach North Chamber. We had a great question and answer session discussing the legislative priority in the north part of Palm Beach County. Now, I also gave them an idea of what to expect with the legislative session. Many thanks to the president of the chamber, Noel Martinez, and the Palm Beach North Chamber team for a great event. Also that week, myself and my staff had the opportunity to attend the Palm Beach County League of Cities meeting at the Sand Hill Crane Golf Club in Palm Beach Gardens. What an opportunity it was to catch up with all of my local municipalities and the leaders in the communities, discussing what's going on locally and continuing to remind me that there is always going to be a fight for home rule. Also, let's not forget that District 30 had a special visitor in the form of the Agriculture Commissioner, Nikki Freed, who actually came to the Palm Beach North Chamber breakfast October 28th. Freed spoke at the Business Before Hours breakfast hosted by the Palm Beach North Chamber of Commerce. She provided an informative presentation on the many roles of the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. And as commissioner, she discussed how COVID-19 had a major impact on our agricultural community, which created food shortages, food deserts, and impacted our most vulnerable communities. Now, it's her job to make sure that our local leaders step up to the plate to ensure that residents of Florida are fed. She also discussed renewable energy plans and medical marijuana here in the state of Florida. She also had a very special announcement with regard to her run for governor of the state of Florida. I want to thank Commissioner Freed for visiting the Palm Beach North Chamber event, Business Before Hours. On that Thursday, October 28th, Team Powell attended the Palm Beach County Legislative Delegation hearing, chaired by Chairman Mike Caruso. Now, we had an opportunity to hear from our constitutional officers here in Palm Beach County, including our state's attorney, our clerk of the court, our supervisor of elections, and our property appraiser, as well as our tax collector. What an exciting opportunity to hear from our locals. But we also heard from members of the community to discuss issues that they have with regard to the state as we prepare to go to Tallahassee. This was also a very important local delegation hearing because the discussion with regard to local bills was heard. Thank you to the Palm Beach County Legislative Delegation for our continued work and effort as we move forward to the 2022 legislative session. While I'm giving you all an update, let me make sure that you know that Governor Ron DeSantis has called a special session for the week of November 15th to hear legislation related to COVID-19 vaccine mandate, to address employer liability, and to discuss the Parents' Bill of Rights as it relates to vaccine and mask mandates in schools. As I have said before, it costs the state and taxpayers more than $70,000 a day to conduct a special session. We will keep you posted on what will happen and what has happened at the special session. Finally, wrapping up the month of October, Simply Healthcare, along with the Palm Beach County Education Foundation, delivered thermometers to schools all over District 30, including West Palm Beach and Riviera Beach. We had a great time meeting students, faculty, and staff, and providing much needed materials to combat COVID-19 and keeping our kids safe. Now, for the week of October 31st through November 6th, we were back in Tallahassee. The Senate Criminal Justice Committee met and passed 6 bills, including the bill I'm sponsoring, Senate Bill 226, Care for Retired Law Enforcement Dogs, which allows for additional funds for law enforcement dogs once they come out of service. This bill is sponsored in the House by State Representative Sam Killebrew, and we're looking forward to passing it through the legislature and this year it becoming a law. In addition to committee meetings last week, I had the opportunity to meet with several stakeholders, constituents, and members of the community in my office. I had the opportunity to meet with Broward County 17th Judicial Circuit Public Defender Gordon Weeks, as well as the Broward County 17th Judicial Circuit State's Attorney Harold Pryor last week. They both shared their vision for juveniles, mental health, and other diversion programs that will help efforts to create responsible criminal justice policy here in the state of Florida. I want to thank those gentlemen, among the others, who met with me in my office last week. Finally, on November 2nd, the race for Congressional District 20. 11 Democrats in a primary to replace the late Congressman Alcee Hastings. Amongst those, current state representatives and county commissioners, former county commissioners and state representatives as well. A very high-profile race. Who would be the last man or woman standing? Well, it came down to two people, Sheila Shefferless McCormick and Dale Holness, county commissioner in Broward County. They are separated by just 5 votes, with Sheila being ahead. We want to congratulate Sheila Shefferless McCormick for potentially being our next congressperson and the first woman to represent Congressional District 20, or black woman to represent Congressional District 20 here in Palm Beach County. Thank you to all of the participants who ran to represent us. Your fight was well known and well acknowledged, and we thank you, remembering that a life of service is indeed a life that counts. Bringing you to the end, I am State Senator Bobby Powell Jr. wrapping up our legislative update. Now, if you want to find out more with regard to what's happening in the Senate or the legislature, you can look us up on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and please join us next week as we bring you more information. We're back in Tallahassee, remember, for a special session, but we're here to serve you. Thank you, and see you soon.